Hi guys, it's Dr. Kevin here from Snelgrove Chiropractor again. I'm excited once again to deliver a video for you that was highly requested and recommended that I do. And this one is about specifically strengthening upper body and lower body muscles, as well as strengthening our cardiovascular system. So cardio and strengthening exercises specifically for our senior population. So our elderly, those that may not have the same strength to be able to do other videos that I've done, but this will be specifically for them, or for people who have more limited mobility or limited strength. So I want you guys to follow along with me. I'm going to do this real time with you. Keep in mind the importance of why we're doing this is so that we can get stronger, we can increase our flexibility. With age, as we age more, we lose muscle mass, and that's a phenomenon known as sarcopenia. So we want to prevent that loss of muscle mass, because if we lose muscle, that's going to make us more susceptible to falls, to slips, to losing our balance. So by following these exercises and doing them on a regular basis, and what I mean by that is 2-3 times a week, combined with other types of exercises, this will help you to keep your independence. And what I mean by that is if you can keep your flexibility, you can maintain your strength or improve upon your strength, your mobility, you'll be better able to do your daily activities, and therefore you'll be able to look after yourself to a far greater degree with that independence. And of course, it's what we all want. So follow along with me. Make sure you do your warm-up before. There's another video for that. You can certainly march on the spot. You can do some stretches. Just get a bit of a sweat going before we step into these exercises. And the first part we're going to do is the cardiovascular part, which is going to get your heart rate going and get you moving, because that's what we need to do, is we need to keep our bodies moving as they were designed to move, and not to sit and not to be immobile for any great lengths of time. So get yourself ready, find a mat, find a clear area that you can move around. We're going to start in just a couple seconds for a cardio portion. All right guys, so let's get started with our cardio portion of this exercise routine. So we're going to start with doing 7 exercises, and we're going to do them for 30 seconds of activity, and then we'll stop and have 30 seconds of rest after each activity, and that will be the full circuit. And then we'll rest for a minute, and then you can repeat that 3 to 5 times depending upon how you feel and your abilities. So the first thing that we're going to do is to what I call a soldier march, or just stepping in place. And you can do that, so I've got a clock up on the wall here. Okay, we'll start now, just march in place. What you can do is you can always hold onto a chair, and you can march in place that way. If you find that it's difficult, you can just go sideways like this, and march in place. So 15 more seconds. And the next one is, what you'll do is you're going to step up onto a step. More seconds. Okay, good stop. That's 30 seconds. If you want to make this more difficult, you could always do 45 seconds of activity and just 15 seconds of rest. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do 30 seconds of activity and 30 seconds of rest. So we've got 15 more seconds of rest. The next exercise we're going to do is going up on a step or doing a staircase. And I've got a step here above, and all you're going to do is you're going to step up and step down. Okay, we've got 5 seconds. You can go to a staircase, you can hold the handrail. Okay, let's go. Up, down. You're going to go up with the opposite leg and down. So up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, down, down. Good. Remember, you can hold that handrail. You might find you start to breathe a little bit more here. That's good. We want that. That's working our cardiovascular system and getting that blood flowing. Okay, there's 30 seconds. Stop and take a break. Take some deep breaths. The next one, we can lunge, and you may want to use a chair for this one. So I'm going to take this chair and just put it in front. So this is a clear chair. You can use any old chair, kitchen chair, dining room chair, and all that we'll be doing is going into a lunging motion just like this. However deep you can do it. Okay, that's our time there. Let's go into the activity. So I'll put it sideways. You're going to lunge and lunge. Lunge, lunge. If you don't need the chair, just hold your hands like this. Down, and up. But if you need the chair, just put your hands on it, just like that. We've got 5 more seconds now. You guys are doing great. Okay, take a break. And then take some deep breaths. If you find that you need to get some water here, you can keep a water bottle handy and just take a few sips of that as you go. Try not to drink too much water because you'll get some cramps happening, but just a little bit here and there will be fine. Okay, we've got 10 more seconds. We're going to do the side step and lunge. All it really is going to be stepping like this and back. So it's just going to be almost like a squat. We're going to side step, squat. Side step, squat. Okay, let's get going. Side step, squat. Side step, squat. If you can't go that deep, that's fine. I'll just show you how deep I'm going, just like that. If you can only go there, that's fine. And then we'll just move the chair in front. You can do this with the chair as well. Just like that. 5 more seconds. Okay. Let's move this chair out of the way. Take some deep breaths as you go. Make sure that you're smiling because this should be fun. You shouldn't have that glass of wine in your hand, Mom and Dad. You should have that water bottle handy. The glass of wine would be for after. Not the exercise though. Okay, we've got 5 more seconds. The next we're doing is jumping jacks. So we can do, let's go, we'll do regular jumping jacks. So you guys know it, that's one. For those of you who can do it, do those. If you can't, just do it like this. Step sideways and up. I'll do the modified one with you guys. Remember the regular ones are this way. You can always bring your arms back or up. You can do the same for these. You can even step and do both arms. 6 more seconds left. Okay, that's good. Just shake it out. Again, take some deep breaths when you're resting. So we've got 2 more exercises in this circuit, and after we'll take a full minute break. Okay, 5 more seconds of rest. The next one will be skaters. And you can use a chair with this one if you need to. And all it is, this is for all those Canadians out there, for skaters. You're just going to step this way and step that way. Okay, we'll all go now. If you can't do this deep, just go shallow. If you don't need the chair, just hold your hands up like this and hold your core tight. Breathe as you're doing this. You guys are doing great. Five more seconds. Okay. We've got one more. And this will be for all of you dancers out there. It's going to take me a little bit of coordination to get this, so work with me. It's going to be a box step, so we're going to step in a box one way. While we're stepping, we're going to raise our arms. If we're going sideways, we'll raise your arms to the side. If we're going back, we'll raise our arms to the front. Or we're going forwards, just like that. So 5 more seconds. We're going to go one direction, and then we'll go the other direction. Okay, let's step sideways. Arms up, step back, arms up. Just like this. This is a good workout for your shoulders as well, just to strengthen them and improve their range of motion. Okay, let's go the other way. Damn, good coordination. Good thing it's not full aerobics though. 5 more seconds. Okay, take a break, you can shake it out. So that's the full circuit. That's 7 exercises. You're doing them each for 30 seconds. So that's 3.5 minutes if I've done my math right, and 3.5 minutes of rest. So that takes you about 7 minutes total. And if you take a minute rest, and then you can go through that whole circuit another time, and have another minute's rest, and then another time, that'd be about 24 minutes total for that circuit. I suggest you do that between 3 to 5 times to get the full cardiovascular benefit. We've only done that once now, and you can see how you may feel like you're sweating a bit more and breathing a little bit more, but imagine doing that 3 times or 5 times and how much effect that will have on you. So that's the first grouping of exercises for cardiovascular benefit. That will give you the benefits of working your heart as well as your lungs and allowing your body to use up the muscle or glucose stores in it, which will turn your body into a fat burning machine for the next 24 to 36 hours afterwards, which is exactly what we want, because we want to be drawing on those muscle sources of sugar so your body will change its body composition and burn fat as fuel. So keep working. We're going to jump into the strength training portion next, so just grab your towel and some water and clean off, and we'll be starting shortly. Okay, so now we're on to the strengthening portion of our routine. We're going to work on upper body as well as lower body. We're going to start with lower body first, and we're going to progress to upper body. Some of these exercises will be in a standing position, and some can be in a laying position or a modified position. I'll go through any modifications with you as well. We're going to go through and do the routine. We're going to do it twice for each muscle group, but I suggest you do it from anywhere from 3 to 5 times for each muscle group. So the first exercise that we're going to do will be for lower body, and we're going to do 10 to 12 repetitions, and we'll do 2 sets of those repetitions. And remember, the reason why strength training is so important is to allow us to keep our muscle mass on and not lose that muscle mass as we age. Because the more that we retain our muscle mass, the more we're going to be able to perform our activities of daily living and therefore be more independent. So these are critical, just as important as the cardiovascular exercises. So don't miss these ones at all. Play full out with them. You can use either free weights that you have at home, like these ones. You can use elastic like bands, or if you don't have those, you can use your own body weight for resistance as well, as we will in some of these exercises, or you can take soup cans and use those. There's different things that you can do. The key is where there's a will, there's a way. And a quote that I heard the other day is that we're going to walk into this routine strong, but we're going to walk out of it stronger, whether it be mentally or physically or both. And that's what we want. So the first exercise we're going to do is going to be a squat. Okay, squatting will cover a lot of muscle groups, and you can hold on to the back of the chair as I have here. You have your feet about shoulder width apart, and the whole idea is to go down into a squat and come back up. And I'll show you sideways now what this looks like. Squat down and up. Now some of you guys may not be able to get down too far. Totally fine, just hold the back of the chair, and let's do 10 to 12 repetitions here. We'll do 10 repetitions. So 1, nice and slow. 2, and as you come up, tighten up those muscles in your core. 3, if you can do it without the chair, do it without the chair. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'll show you sideways, 9, and 10. Okay, let's just shake out our legs. We're going to do that one once more, and then we'll move on to the next exercise, which will be a lunge and a squat at the same time. So you should feel this in your glutes, in your quads a little bit. So we're not going to have too much of a rest in between, because we want to make sure that we're working those muscles and fatiguing them. Okay, let's do another 10 of those. You can hold with one hand or with 2. Good. And we'll keep smiling. I'll go sideways. Oh, I should turn sideways this way. We'll do 7 more. And all the way up. Breathe in and out as you're coming. Breathe out as you're coming out. And breathe in as you're going down. Last count now. I'll do one more after this. This one right here. Good. Okay, that's squats. Next one is going to be a lunge and a squat. And what I want you to be able to do is to move into the next exercise fairly quickly. And a lunge is simply this movement here. So we're just going to squat and then up. We're going to squat and then up. So it's going to be just a side lunge. Squat and up. Squat and step over. Squat and up. If you find that difficult, then you can hold the chair, squat down, and then come up. And then squat down, and then come up. Let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3. I'll do this one shallow. 4, 5, 6, and then deeper for those who can do it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we'll do that one once more. I'm going to do it this time without the use of the chair. I'll just move the chair out of the way. Shake out your legs a bit. Okay, let's start. So we're going to do squat, lunge, squat. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over time, as you do this more and more, you'll find it will get easier to do. If you find the first time or the first few times doing it, you can only do 3 or 4, no problem at all. That's okay. Just that's awesome that you did that. Next time, just try to build on a little bit more if you're able to do that. If not, over time, you'll find that it will get easier and easier. So we're going to work on our calf muscles now. And with this one, it's easy to hold the back of a chair or a counter or a staircase. You can just come up on your toes and down. Straight up and down. Most of you guys would have done this before. I will modify this a little bit by having your toes straight. You can then point your toes inwards for some and point your toes outwards. So let's do 15 repetitions with 5 in each position. So we'll do 5 with your toes forward like this. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's just point our toes inwards a little bit. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. And we'll do 5 here. 1, 2, and holding the chair. 3, 4, 5. You can always use a walker as well, or 2 chairs. Now let's turn our toes out. We'll do 5 this way. 1, 2. If you don't have to hold anything, then don't bother to hold anything. It's better to keep your balance if you can. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, just move your feet around to stretch out those calves. Okay, let's go back into it. We're going to go, let's start out again, this way. We'll do it a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll hold the chair this time, straight up. 1, 2, really feel that muscle tighten up. 3, 4, and 5. If you find that this is really too easy for you, you can always take your hand weights and hold them. We're going to turn in this time. 1, 2, and you can always hold the chair with weights in your hand. 3, that's 4 probably, and we'll do 1 more. That's a little bonus there. Okay, so those are calf raises. Now this next one is so critical. It is a simple exercise. It's one where I see a lot of people have difficulty. It's just getting in and out of a chair. And if you can do it without using any arm rests or using your upper body, even better. So we're going to do 10 repetitions of this one. So I don't have any arm rests on this chair, so I'm going to have to do it without. I can always push off the chair if I want. If you don't have to, then don't do that. So you're just going to get up and then down. And then stand up and then down. There's 3. If I need to push off, I can do that as well. If you need to use your arm rests, that's fine. And 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, awesome. You guys are doing great. Now I'm just going to turn this sideways so you can see how I'm doing it. So this will be our last lower body exercises that's standing or in the seated position. The next 2 we'll actually do on the floor. And so let's go again. So 1, 2. If you find this is difficult on your knees, hard on your knees, you can always go to something that's a little bit higher. Like this box is a little bit higher. I can always sit on that and then go to get up as well. It's just modifying it to see what you can do. Is that 4? We'll say 5 and 6. Try to tighten your core as you do it. Breathe out as you're coming out. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Awesome. Okay, I'll just move this chair out of the way. Now we've got 2 exercises that will be on the ground. One is what we call a bridge. It's for your seat muscles. Hope you guys can see this. I'm just going to step out of the way so you guys can see me here. And all you'll do is you're going to lay back. You can do this on a bed as well. Your feet will be together. Arms down at your side. You're just going to lift your seat off the floor, tighten your muscles and let it down. Lift off the floor and down. So there's 2, 3, 4. Keep your muscles in your abdomen tight. 5. And breathe out as you're coming out. 6. Breathe out. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Okay, you should feel that in the muscles, your seat muscles. That's a great exercise for them. We're going to do, the next one will be for hamstrings, but we're going to do one more of what we call a glute bridge. Okay, so lay right back. And you can play around with keeping your heels closer to your body or further away. I'll keep them relatively close for now. And let's go up and down. There's 2, 3. Hope you guys are still smiling there. 4, 5, 6. I need to counter her. 7, 8. And breathe. 9 and 10. Okay, so the next exercise will be to strengthen these muscles in behind. They're called your hamstrings. And all that you're going to do is you're going to lift one leg off. If you can have that leg straight, great. If not, just keep that foot off the floor. And you're just going to go up the same way we did before. Up. And you should feel that right in the hamstring. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I really feel that on the inside of my leg and behind my leg. Okay, this time I'll do the opposite side. Switch. 1, 2. I'll bend the knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, awesome. Just shake out your legs. Let's switch to this other, the first leg you started with. So the leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, opposite leg. Let's jump right into it. 1, 2. If it's more difficult, keep that knee bent if it's too difficult. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so you've done it. We've finished the exercises for our lower body, and those are strengthening exercises. So we've worked those muscles. What I would suggest that you do is, let's say you're doing lower body one day. The next day you take a break. You don't do this group of exercises that day. You give it 48 hours rest, so you have a day off in between. So you can either do some cardio exercises or you can do upper body, depending upon what you want to do. So we did that 2 sets of each of those exercises of 10 repetitions. I'd suggest you go back and you do 2 more of each of those. You could do between 3 to 5 sets of each of those exercises. So you do it 3 to 5 times. So you'll see that there's that much more workload, but that's what's going to affect change in your body. So the next group is going to be for upper body. So we can strengthen our upper body. It'll be much the same way, but just different exercises. So grab a drink of water, wipe off with your towel. Let's get ready, and we're going to jump into the upper body exercise. Upper body, we're going to want to strengthen the larger muscle groups first. So we're going to work on chest and back. And the first one that we're going to do is push-ups. And just like we did with our lower body, we did 2 sets of 10 repetitions for each exercise. We're going to do exactly the same thing for this. As we go through, I'm going to show you modifications where needed, because you'll find some of these will be difficult for you. So just go within your ability, try to push yourself a little bit, but don't force the exercises. So the first sets of exercises will be push-ups. And when a lot of you guys hear the word push-ups, you think, oh no, this is like the military. Well, there's different ways to do it. The first time I'm going to show you what regular push-ups are from your toes, as well as from your knees. And then the second time I do it, the second set, I'm going to show how you can use a countertop in order to do push-ups, or you can always do them up against the wall. Okay, so there's ways that you can modify it. So let's start off with our push-ups. So you're going to go with your hands flat, about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. And you're going to go on your toes if you can do that. Keep your body straight, and you're just going to go down and up. Down and up. There's 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, so that's on your toes. You keep doing those on your toes if you're able to. Another way to do it is from your knees. You're just going to go down and up. Down. Look at my posture here. That's better. Down and up. So straight body, but on your knees. You find these ones are easier, but still a great workout for your chest. And one more, all the way down and up. As you're going down, you want to breathe in. As you're coming up, you want to breathe out. So that's the first set of push-ups. The next one will be up against the countertop or a box like the one that I have here. And all that we're going to do, just shake out your upper body. Okay, we're going to go into push-ups now. You can have your arms about shoulder width, if not a little bit wider apart. So pretend this is a kitchen counter. Your body will be straight. You're going to go down and then push up like that. Just down and push up. You can always do this one up against the wall. You're going to lean into the wall and push out, or a corner where 2 walls come in. You can go in and push out. So let's finish this set off. That's 4, 5. And you can feel this. Breathe out as you're pushing out. 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay? So we worked the front of our body, now we want to work the back of our body. And this one, there's going to be 2 different exercises that I'll show you, and you guys can choose which one that you prefer. The first one is going to be similar to what we would call an upright row, but it's I'm going to modify it a bit so we don't affect our shoulders so much. You don't want to hurt your rotator cuff muscles. So this will be kind of like pulling up your pants. Okay, so picture yourself pulling up a pair of overalls or hip waders. You're going to take your weights, if you've got weights. If not, you can go without weights, or you can use bands. All that you're going to do, and we'll do 10 repetitions of this one in this set, you're going to come up like this. You're pulling those pants. So I'm bending my knees a little bit and pulling up like that. There's 4, and there's 5. I'm not leaning far forward. I'm just pulling up those pants. 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Okay? That's one way you can do it. Another way that you can do it is using the bands. And you need to just get the right tension. Just wait for a second. Shake out your shoulders. And I'm just stepping on the bands here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up. Just like this. Just like I'm pulling up my pants. I'm leaning forward slightly. You're going to hold up and tighten those muscles and let them down slow. Hold up and let the bands down slow. Not sure of the count. Maybe that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's awesome. So let's put this away. We just did chest, we did back, and next we'll work shoulders, and we'll do shoulder press. And you can do this one again with dumbbells, soup cans, or the bands. You just put the bands underneath your feet like I just did, and all you do for shoulder press, you're going to bring yourself up like this, and you're going to push straight up. Just up like that. Good, nice and slow. You come down to 90 degrees with your arms. breathing out as I'm coming up. And down. Breathing in. Okay, there's 10. Now if you don't want to do that standing, or you find to be more comfortable with sitting, that's totally fine. You can just do it where you're sitting back in your chair. You can bring your weights up here and kick them up. You're just going to press up and down. Up and down. Nice and slow and controlled. I'll show you from the side what it would look like. There's 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, there's shoulder press. Awesome. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so we've got 3 more exercises. There's 1 more shoulder exercise I'm going to get you guys to do. I love it. It's a front raise and a side raise. So all you're going to do with a light set of dumbbells, these might be a little bit heavy. They're 10 pounds, but I'll do it with this weight. You might want to do a really light weight. You're just going to come up and to the front. So side and front. We're going to do 5 in each position. And up. I'm just bending my knees slightly just to hold a better posture. Side and up. If you find you can't get up that high, just go up as far as you can, like here, and same thing in front. And 1 more in each, and up. Great. You'll just put the weights down. Shake out your shoulders. Good. You're getting there, guys. You're doing awesome. You're doing a good upper body workout. So you're going to go back to the shoulder raises. So you're going to go side and straight up. There's 2. There's 3. And here's 4. And here's 5. If you want more of our workout with this one, you can always bring the weights up and take it down really slow. Bring them up and bring them down slow so you get the eccentric contraction in that as well. Okay, so that's for shoulders. So the next group of muscle we're going to work will be biceps, the front of your arm, as well as triceps, the back of your arm. So we're going to do biceps first. And what you can do with these ones, just have it so your palms are facing forward. You're just going to curl up and down. Curl up and down. I'm bending my knees slightly. I'll show you from the side. Curl up and down. Just like that. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And down slow. Okay, you put the weight down, shaking at your arms. We're almost finished biceps. So another way that people will do bicep curls is they'll do what we call hammer curls. You're going to curl it up this way as opposed to with an open hand. It'd be a closed hand. So if you want to do that one, try that one, or you can just have your hands open. Let's just do 5 of each. So hammer curls, we'll do 5 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'll do 5 regular ones. See, this is easy. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So now we've done biceps. The last muscle group to work will be triceps. There are several ways that you can work your triceps. I'm going to show you a way that you can do fairly easily without any weights, and I'll show you one that you can do with weights. The first way is using a chair. It's called a chair dip. They're difficult, but you can modify it to make it easier for yourself. So all that you'll do is you've got the chair here, you're going to move yourself in front of it. You're just going to dip down and come up. Hold your tummy tight and straight up. If you can't go down too far, that's fine. Just go down to about here and push up. I'll do 7 more. I really feel that in the back of my arms. 2 more. Perfect. So that's chair dips. You can always just come on the chair and just lift your seat off a little bit and then down and up. That's one way to modify it, okay? But if you can move off the chair, even better, okay? Next one will be where you take the weights, and they're called tricep kickbacks. Move this chair out of the way. And you'll stand with your knees bent, elbows at your side, and up and down, up and down, up. Good. Keep going, guys. We're almost there. 3 more to go. Awesome. That's it. So we worked our lower body and we just worked our upper body with resistance or strength training exercises. And just to remind you, that's to keep the strength that you do have and build upon that so you get stronger, so that you can keep that strength all as you get older and allow yourself to do your daily activities with much more ease and ability. So what you can do is you can do the full routine, upper body and lower body in one day. The next day you could always do the cardio routine that I did on an opposite video, and then you can do the strength training one the next day after that. So you can alternate. Or you can do upper body one day with cardio and then lower body the next day with cardio. Either way, it's totally up to you. Just go within your ability and your level of comfort. You can mix this with other exercise programs that you're doing. Get out and go for a walk. The most important thing is just to stay active, because that's going to allow you to be healthier and healthier. And make sure that after your exercise and during it, you're hydrating yourself well, not with wine, but with water, right, Mom and Dad? And make sure that you're fueling your body right as well with adequate protein and carbohydrates and fats. We need to refuel the body because that becomes the building blocks of our body after we train and lets you recover that much better. So have an awesome day. Be sure to share with those other people that you know would benefit. Like us on Facebook as well so you can get more of these videos. And again, it's a pleasure to serve you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Have an awesome day.